friends, it's Sarah here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to another Sims 4 speed build. So today we're back in Sulani and we are building a wedding venue, and you guys can probably guess that this is for the Sparked challenge, which I think is called Destination Wedding. But I think it's really cool that they kind of made those challenges where everybody can get involved, and I don't know, I just think it's really cool. I don't normally do challenges just because I feel like I am better with like an inspiration photo. But I wanted to give this one a go because most of you guys know that I absolutely love building in Sulani. And I've actually had a couple inspiration photos saved for like beach weddings since even before I got island living, because I think they're so beautiful. And so this area right here is the only area that I kind of had an inspiration photo for. And it's basically just like this glass bottom pier, I guess I could call it, deck. I'm not sure what you would call it, but anyway, it's completely glass, completely see-through, and then that was the actual wedding area, and I thought that was really beautiful. So they have this tile, this like glass tile that came with Island Living, but of course it does have like borders around it, and I wasn't sure that I would be happy with how this turned out with the like white lines on there, but I felt like it looked okay. Of course I wish I could do it differently, but I think it looked okay in the end. You guys can let me know what you think in the comments, but basically I just had to go with it anyway. But I think it looks okay even with the borders. But yeah, this is basically the wedding area, and then we've got our wedding arches up there, and I actually did not know until this week that those were wedding arches. I just thought they were like decorative like thing that came with Island Living. I had no idea that they were wedding arches, but they are, which is awesome because they match the vibe really good. And so now we're just adding in some decorations like to kind of line the aisle, and later on after filming I go on and kind of use those same flowers and candles all the way down that like walkway. And I don't know why I didn't do it while I was actually building, but it was kind of an afterthought. So I do go on and include that in the end. You should be able to see it in the like tour in the end. But yeah, basically we're just adding lots of flowers for decoration. I wanted to keep this area like white, so that's what most everything is except for a little bit of greenery. And yeah, I don't know if I mentioned, but that's actually built on the second floor. I didn't want to have a foundation, so I went on and use the first floor to build a second floor and then kind of pull it down as far as it would go, because I just didn't want to have a foundation at all. And so it might look a little bit weird because it kind of looks like it's floating, but I was happy with it, and so it's all good. But yeah, this is the second floor. So if you don't have like if when you first go onto the lot, a lot of times it's like on the bottom floor only, so you do have to raise up to the second floor to actually see most of this build. But what we're doing now is we're doing like all the area surrounding the wedding area is basically going to be like what I would call like resort style kind of buildings, if that makes sense. There's no like bedrooms or anything like that, but we're just basically going to have like walkways connecting a bunch of different buildings. And so this is, I think there's 5 total buildings. We have like 2 rooms, 2 bathrooms, and then 1 kitchen. And now we're just kind of, like I made the really big deck because I wasn't sure exactly where I wanted to place everything. And then as I placed the different buildings and stuff, I went on and cut the floor out from underneath it. So I skip a lot of that footage just because it was really repetitive. And so now we're just doing these like little plant areas. And what we did here was we used this item from Spa Day to kind of border the area and kind of make it look like not flower beds just because it's got tons of different plants in it, but kind of like flower beds, if that makes sense. And I skipped a lot of footage in here just because, like I said, this was a really big build and it was really repetitive. So I tried to include everything I was doing and then skip out on most of the footage. But what we're doing now is like adding that same item from Spa Day. We're just like bringing it up almost to the water, like right below the water. And then I place these chairs on there to kind of look like a little seating area. And that area is not functional, of course. I knew it wasn't going to be, but I thought it looked really cool. And there's more than enough seating in this venue, so I was hoping that nobody would mind. I don't like to include a lot of things that aren't functional in my builds because I know that's kind of the point of the build, is for it to be functional. but that area I just thought looked really cool, and I wanted to kind of have it. So that's what that is. And then we added in all the plants. You can kind of see as we move throughout the build, you'll be able to see it, but it was basically the same thing in every little area. And we added in some tiki torches also. So this is the first bathroom. There's another bathroom that looks exactly like it. Everything is exactly the same. And then we also have a public bathroom on the beach, which is from the debug menu, but it is also functional. So technically it has 3 bathrooms. And yeah, it's pretty simple. As you can tell, there's not a lot to it, but they are exactly the same and they are functional. Everything has been play tested. There's one thing that is not functional, and I'll point it out when we get there. It's actually in this room here. So this room, and there's another room that's exactly like it, just like the bathrooms. This room to me was like kind of like a get ready room for your like wedding party. So we have this little area over here for the couple that's getting married, and then this bigger area is for maybe like the friends that are with them and stuff. And so we're basically just going to have a lot of mirrors, and then we have 2 wardrobes, and one of the wardrobes is functional and the opposite wardrobe is not functional. But I tried really hard to make it functional, and the same wardrobe in the same like position in the other room works fine. So I could not figure out why this one would not work, but it wouldn't. And so there is one thing in this build that is not functional at all, and I don't know why. But this looks like a really tight squeeze, but I did play test this also, and your Sims can get through there and access the mirror and the ottoman. And that wardrobe right there, that is the one that's not functional. And I really just don't know why. I tried several things, like I said, and I tried about 10 different things and I couldn't get it to work. And so I decided there was another wardrobe within the same building, so I just went on it and left it. But the building that's like opposite this, but exactly the same, everything worked in there. So I don't know what was going on, but it's all right. It's no big deal. But yeah, I like to let you guys know if something's not functional, just because then you know if you actually want to play with it or whatever. But this is like, just like I said, the area for like your wedding party. So we have a couch to hang out on and a TV and just some decorations. And then like the little, I wanted that on the wall, which you can't actually see right now. I wanted it to just like look like a little get ready area with kind of like that's a desk I think that I used. I'm not sure. It might be a table, but anyway, basically that's what I was going for. It was just like a little area where you could get ready and chill out before the wedding. So now this last building that we're going to work on is the kitchen, and this top area actually really doesn't have a purpose, but I wanted it to be open and I kind of didn't know what to include there. So what I ended up doing was just adding in a table for like maybe the catering staff or the wedding staff, whoever, to kind of come up there and hang out, like kind of like a break room, but it's outside, if that makes sense. But like I said, I just didn't know what else to do. So we just have a table, we have some music and like a trash can, I think, for the most part. There's not a lot up there, but that's what that is. Just basically a little recreational area just to add some decoration. And then underneath this is the kitchen, like I said, for your caterers. And I feel like it's got everything you need. Since it's a wedding venue, I would have liked to included the like cupcake factory thing, but it's so big that I felt like it would look weird, so I went on and left it out. But you have basically everything you need. This, like everything else, is play tested and functional. It's a little bit far from like the reception area, but not too far. The only reason it's kind of far is just because you have to go around on the deck. But the reception area is going to be like right outside this building on the sand. So we'll get there. I think that's the next thing we start on. But yeah, this is a pretty simple kitchen. I tried to make it fairly big since it's a wedding venue, but it's pretty simple. We have a few decorations and different stuff like that, and I feel like it looks pretty islandy. It would be a cool place to like cater a wedding. But yeah, this is just the kitchen, and then we're going to move on to the reception area. And the area on the sand I kind of struggled with. Like I said earlier, I don't do necessarily really great without an inspiration photo, or I'm trying to get better at it, but I didn't have anything like that I was looking at, so I kind of just was winging it. And yeah, we have a reception area. We're going to have like a dance floor because I thought that was necessary. And we're going to have like the DJ booth from Get Together. And This isn't a limited pack build. I usually really enjoy doing limited pack builds, but with this one I just wanted to kind of be free to use whatever I wanted to. So this is pretty big. I think it uses Island Living, Get Together, Spa Day, and something else, but I can't remember what it is right now. But it'll be on the thumbnail where you can see what all packs, and it'll also be in the description box if you're interested. It's just 4 packs, so it's not huge, but I didn't limit anything in this build. So this is the reception area. We're going to change those tables, and then this area over here is where we're going to place the public bathroom. I was kind of running out of ideas of how to fill this space on this side of the walkway, so we ended up kind of just making it like a recreational area. I don't feel like it really fits in with the rest of the vibe of the place, but I was running out of ideas and I wanted it to look nice. So I went on and included, like, I think we'll include a swing and like some more chairs and one of the like cooking fires that came with Island Living. But yeah, it's basically, that was just a kind of an afterthought area, if that makes sense. And we're going to change those tables. Like I said, I didn't like the way they looked, and so we're going to do these round tables instead. And then we have this little table right there that's kind of different. That is like the table for your couple to sit at after the wedding, kind of be able to see everybody and everything. And then we have a bar, as you can tell. So basically we have just like all the different party kind of stuff. And we decorate our tables. I bet that's the 4th pack, the holiday pack, because we decorated our tables with like some candles from the holiday pack. And I just thought they looked really nice. I know it's for the holidays, but I thought it looked really cool. The white kind of, and then just the greenery looked like a really good table decoration. So that's how we decorated that. And I went on and used the debug menu to add in like some plates and stuff and glasses. I don't think that stuff would actually appear when you place it, or if you wanted to place it off the gallery. I think most of the time that stuff disappears. And I also placed my glasses too early because as I was playtesting this build, they spoiled, and I had to take them all away and then redo it, and add them in later for the pictures. So that wasn't my best moment. It was kind of a waste of time, but yeah, so this little area, I went on and cooked like some cakes in the game to kind of make this area, but this is just like the cake tables. And I just went on and did 2 of them so that if you have different Sims that are getting married, they like different things, then you can kind of represent both Sims, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's basically just little decorative tables for the reception, and I think most of that will disappear also. But yeah, this is just the reception area. It's pretty simple, and basically all that we have left to do is that little area that I've already talked about a little bit, and then we're going to do like a little walkway entrance like lined with palm trees and flowers and stuff like that. And there are a few things that I added in after I finished filming, like when I was playtesting, so be sure to watch the tour. I'll try to remember to kind of put in like a marker in the description box if you want to see the tour. But yeah, basically that's it for this build. I hope you guys enjoy. I really enjoyed making this build. You guys know I love Sulani builds, so I really enjoyed it, and I hope you guys did too. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys are having an awesome day.